just woke up from a dream where I was feeding my dog a lemon rind. And I woke up and I was patting him on the head. I said, good boy, because he ate it, you know. I dreamt I was like in the apocalypse and living in a city, and there was homeless people just everywhere. People living in RVs, you hear screaming, but there was an essence of freedom about it, you know, that those people were not really being controlled. They were being left to die, basically. And I was like gathering information, you know, and just what has to be done, you know, what needs to be done. You can see the mistakes, what are the solutions, and how should man really live. That was like my assignment. And recently I went out to the country, you know, in the countryside. I'm more like a country people, you know, all well, kind of with a country accent, and you know, not city people. And I went to a town there, and overnight, the way they acted towards me changed like 100%. And it was funny that, like, because the same day I noticed this big, gigantic Masonic hall, and it was a new one. It wasn't one of those old buildings you see sometimes. This was like a brand new, shiny thing with a big Masonic logo, like they were like shining and proud of it. And then it became like everybody in the town showed themselves a Mason. And before the first time I went to that town, I sensed something negative, really evil vibe there, like negative, you know, unfriendly and everything. But this time it was even worse. And it was like they knew who I was, you know. One of the things that happened to me is I was driving down the street, and some guy was purposely going like 10 miles an hour on a 40-mile-an-hour road, you know. So there was a change lane next to me, so I went over there and went ahead of him. And as soon as I got ahead of him, he sped right up and started tailgating me and just leaned on his horn and wouldn't let go, just kept leaning on it, you know, for like minutes or whatever. Finally, I pulled over to the side and I wanted to talk to him, but he just drove right past me real fast and took off. But it's just like a terrorist thing, you know. And I went up to this mountain hillside, and I was driving through there, and somebody screams out, "Get out of here!" You know, and just one thing after another, you know. People that I had walked into this office before and asked for certain information, and they were glad to give it to me. This time they say, "We don't give that kind of information. That's, you know," they said, "that's our policy." I said, "Really? For how long has it been your policy?" She said, "Well, for years." And I was just in there like a month ago, and they were happy to give me all the information I wanted. Plus, I called them on the phone, and they gave me the information. And all of a sudden, they just shut down, you know. And the people were really weird, just, you know, turning around, looking at me, and all kinds of weird stuff, unfriendliness. Like, it was like, you know, everybody in the town was alerted that I was there, and they should treat me like crap or something. And I got out of the town, you know, because I didn't know what was going to happen next. I thought they were trying to start shooting at me, maybe, or call the cops on me or something for nothing, you know. But I just wanted to let you know that out in those country towns, a lot of Freemasons are out there. In fact, they want to go out there because they know the trouble's coming. And they have their ranches, and they have their land, and they have their houses out there to escape it all. You know, and they can hunt and fish, collect berries or whatever else there is, and they can live pretty good out there while the cities are dying and infested with all kinds of garbage and worms and cockroaches and dying people and things, you know. And so, you know, I mentioned if you can get some land out there, go ahead and go. But I found in this one county that I thought was the friendliest county I ever found. In the blink of an eye, they turned out to all be my enemies. In fact, I made friends with some guy, and I went to his house, and even he treated me like real cold, like get out of here kind of attitude, you know. And I thought, whoa, man, this is heavy, you know. And it's the mass surveillance, you know. They surveil everybody, but they only pinpoint a few people that they think are their enemies, you know. And yeah, it was like, well, wow, the light was turned on. Now they all knew who I was, and they wanted me out of their county, you know. Really weird, you know. So I may not have any other choice but to be in the cities, you know, where all the other rejects are that they want to kill, you know. And it's pretty interesting, you know, because they don't in the small towns and stuff, they don't come out and attack me because they don't really know who I am. They'd have to be plugged in, and it's not like the city. When I was in California and I hung around the same cities over and over again, they got to know me after a while. So when I would go back, they already knew me, you know. And that's why the persecution got so bad in California. But here they don't know you, you know, so they'll treat you good if they don't know you. But most of them are all connected to that Freemasonry. I mean, they don't just control the cities, you know. There's a lot more freedom in the cities sometimes, even though. But this fagginess of it, you know, these young kids, I don't know. Their school teachers must have taught them that it's good to be a homosexual faggot, act like a woman, because I see all these young kids now. You know, oh, hey, sure, I'm happy to help you, and acting like girls. I mean, is this pleasing to their school teachers? Is that what they turned into faggots because the school teacher said it was a good thing? I wouldn't doubt it, man. It's the sickest, weirdest thing. And yeah, let me pause. Let me see if this will pause, because I see a pause button here. I never used it before.